My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by my psychosis. Welcome to Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast. Hey, it's JD back again in the saddle. I think I am equipped to put a few of these together in a row before I take any sort of hiatus again. This is, of course, Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast, a show where I dig in to the catalog of seminal indie rock band Pavement, hoping to unlock a clue or two as to why they were so goddamn brilliant, like a supernova burning, nay, exploding in the solar system that was the 1990s. And maybe, perchance, if I'm lucky, and I'm not tardy, I get the chance to meet Malcolmus. Hope you're doing well. Here we are. It's 2021. I'm recording this on the Tuesday before the break. But trust me, it feels like 2021. It feels different. It feels better. I think that I'm in a better place for sure than I was. I'll get into that a little later. But right now I want to settle in on you. Make sure that you're doing all right. Make sure you're comfortable. Have you got your shoes off? I watched Die Hard on the break. Apparently, making your toes into little fists is something that is relaxing. So have at her. And hope you're all safe and sound after a busy holiday season. And just a miserable fucking year. But hey, we all learned to wash our hands, right? So that's a good thing. Anyway, it's Tuesday. And that might be confusing. If you're listening to this on the bonus feed, you're wondering why I'm saying it's 2021 because it's New Year's Eve. But I'm sure you'll figure it all out. It'll make sense at some point. So where have I been? Well, I tend to freak out when I dabble with success, and the Pavement Streaming Day was a success by any stretch. We did a good thing. I recorded one dispatch that day, and I was supposed to interview Bob and Spiral to, talk about Pavement Streaming Day, and I just completely lost the fucking plot. And then I needed to dig a hole and hide in that hole, and that's what I did. So 2020 is over now, and I'm hoping that with that, so too is my craziness. I don't know what to call it. It's fucked, and it's something I've dealt with my whole life, and there it is. It's what can I say? I'm sorry. I'm real sorry. I hit you up with countless ads about signing up for a bonus feed, and then I bailed, and that wasn't cool. Now, I heard from several of you, and it meant a lot. I can't tell you how much. It's really touching and great that this little show matters. And I'm glad you're here. So let's get into this. We're talking Brighten the Corners. We are on Blue Hawaiian. This is an interesting track, right? This is a real interesting track. This is a track that is off kilter for sure, but it rocks. It just really rocks. And there's some great lyrical turns of phrase in this song. I love Blue Hawaiian. It's really a tough song to nail down. Well, let's listen to it. Let's give a listen to it. I've got a live version here from 97, so it would have been on the Brighton tour. The link that I grabbed it from said that it is from Europe. So that narrows it down a little bit. You know, it could have just said from the world. There's several countries this could be from. If you recognize this version, shoot me an email, jd@meetingmalcolmist.com, and let me know where this is from. But that's all I've got, is that it's Europe 97. And it's a killer version. It sounds great. I think it's from a soundboard. It sounds really wonderful. So let's rip into that right now, and we'll come back on the other side and talk about this track a little bit more.
Welcome to my friends. This house is a home, and a home's where I belong, where the feelings are warm and the foundations are strong. If my soul has a shape, well, it is on a lips, and the slap is a gift, 'cause your cheeks have lost their luster. You know your cheeks have lost their luster. You know your cheeks have lost their luster. Your cheeks have lost their luster, 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 luster. Take it back, send return in time. Tape machine needs to be aligned. Aloha means goodbye, and also hello. It's in how you inflect. Put the bark in the dog, and you got a guardian. If the capital's S, it's followed by a T, and it's probably me. And the tones are grouped in clusters. You know the tones are grouped in clusters. You know the tones are grouped in clusters. Know the tones are grouped in clusters, 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 clusters. Send it back and kiss me into the past. And lately I am never gonna last.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com.
Doesn't that rock? Yeah, that's great. That's really quite great. This is a band that when you give them a chance to, to just fucking jam, they jam it out, and they bring the goods. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but I'm sort of a fan. I'm a fan of what they do. So Blue Hawaiian, is this a Hawaiian person that is blue, like as in sad? What are we talking about here? There are a lot of, again, like I say, some great turns of phrase. A welcome to my home. This home is a home, and a home is where I belong, where the feelings are warm and the foundations are strong. If my soul has a shape, well, then it is an ellipse. This was one of my first favorite Pavement lyrics ever on my very first blog, which was called Church on White, way back in the day. I don't know if it's out there anymore. I riffed on that a little bit. And this slap is a gift because your cheeks have lost their luster. That sounds, a little contentious there. Contentious, not contentious. That sounds terrible, in fact. This slap is a gift and your cheeks have lost their luster. And I'm guessing that with the slap, your cheeks brighten up a little bit. They get a little bit red. And their luster is restored. But I don't know. Like, that sounds terrible. That sounds like a really mean thing. We get into a bit of Hawaiian in the second verse with aloha means goodbye. It also means hello. And it's in how you inflect. That's, how you say hello or goodbye using one word. Put the bark in the dog and you've got a guardian. When the capital's S, it's followed by T, and it's probably me. Is that Steve? Right? I don't know. S-T-E. It could be. Tones are grouped in clusters. Your tones are grouped in clusters. Take me back. It's never going to last. Yeah, I don't know. And then you got this great out. It's, I'm often stumped. Malcolmus is a stumper, but this one's got me more flummoxed than I'd like to admit. Maybe it's because I like this song so much and I just want to get a little bit more out of it. I don't know. Anybody here got a handle on it? JD@MeetingMalcolmus.com. Would love to know. Let's slip into the studio version now. This is Blue Hawaiian on Meeting Malcolmus, a Pavement podcast.
Welcome to my friends. This house is a home, and a home's where I belong, where the feelings are warm and the foundations are strong. If my soul has a shape, well, then it is an ellipse, and this slap is a gift, 'cause your cheeks have lost their luster. 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 Take it back. Send return out of time. Tape machine needs to be aligned. dog and you've got a guardian. When the capital's S, it is followed by a T, and it's probably me. And the tones are grouped in clusters. You know the tones are grouped in clusters. Well, the tones are grouped in clusters. You know the tones are grouped in clusters, 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 clusters. Take it back, kiss me into the past. Lately, never gonna last.
Really trippy outro. Listen to that bass. Oh yeah. Yeah, what a great tune. What a great fucking tune. This is a great album. Have I mentioned that this album is like an album of all-stars, but not quite Hall of Famers? I think I've mentioned that a time or two, haven't I? Yeah, man, I just, I can't get enough of this. I will tell you that during my hiatus, I took several walks and just threw this record on to accompany me on my walk, and it is just a thrilling record. It's full of surprises and gifts, and wonderful guitar work, and I love how this song in particular, begins with that keyboard, like synthesizer sound, and then the drums just come in, really tight sounding. This is a tight sounding song, and in playing you the live version, they were able to play it live wonderfully. Again, all the talk of this band being a studio band and not able to pull off what they did live is just shit. Like, it's not true. All you have to do is dig for it and listen to specifically post 95, and you just hear a lot of it comes with Westy and Steve, really formed a nice bond together despite the B-side, despite the narrative of the B-side, the terror of the Bright in the Corners B-side. They really filled out songs with a great rhythm, and it just pays off in spades. It sounds great. So what else can I tell you? I can tell you that I signed up for Fender Play, and I'm going to finally try and learn how to play guitar. And I bought myself a little Squier Telecaster so I can be like Spiral. He's got that great telly that just looks dynamite. I love a Telecaster. I love a Jazzmaster too, but there's no point in somebody who can't play three chords consecutively investing in something like that at this point. But we'll see. Maybe you and I can start a Pavement cover band. Huh? What do you think? Huh? Oh, well. It's been good talking to you again. I'm glad to be back, and we'll do this again next week. Talk to you then. Be good and wash your fucking hands.
Meeting Malcolmus, a Pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. Connect with JD at jd@meetingmalcolmus.com. meetingmalcolmist.com. Please support the pod by rating, reviewing, or sponsoring us at meetingmalcolmist.com. And hey, I'm social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at Meeting Malcolmist.